Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Stadium video. My name is Spooky. Today we're talking about our first ever Junker Queen build. I've never posted a Junker Queen build before. I haven't played her too much, but today we took a dive into her, tried out some different things that I liked about her, and we actually came up with a primarily weapon speed type build, procced by some crit shots and wounds, some really cool interactions in this build that we find really fun. So we're going to go over this build really quickly for you, explain how everything works. We're going to jump into a competitive match so you guys can see how this is played in real time. So without further ado, let's start with our Power 1 Royal Bullets. This is anytime your primary fire does a critical hit, you're going to do 40 weapon damage over 2 seconds applied as a wound. This is going to come in handy later with a lot of our other procs. So Royal Bullets, that's round 1. Really good just to farm up some extra damage as we're playing, but it's not going to impact your gameplay too much. Just try to go for some crit shots while you're walking around trying to get those shots. Now our first 3 items are ammo reserves, weapon grease, and compensator. Nice little solid DPS early game. You see this in a lot of my builds. If you're doing primarily like a damage type build, just with your primary or weapon power, this is kind of where I usually start off with. The clip size is huge for Junker Queen, getting her up to 10 shots in her clip, which is massive. A little bit of extra weapon speed, a little bit attack speed or attack power on that as well. All right, going on to our next items, aftermarket firing pin. It's going to keep scaling up our attack speed with 10% attack speed, 5% move speed. This is a great baseline to work off with. This doesn't need to get procced. You'll notice I have this before Monarch's Decree. This is because it doesn't need to get procced by commanding shout or anything. This is just a flat move speed and flat weapon speed, which is really good for Junker Queen. Somebody that needs to close the gap between her and the person you're shooting. Since she's a shotgun based hero, a lot of pellets, you're a lot more effective up close, so you want to be able to close that gap. So that's why we have this a little bit closer up. Next up is Shield Buster. Now Shield Buster, I will say it depends on the target you're shooting, right? This procs anytime somebody has, like, you're doing damage to their armor or their shield, so you're either doing damage to orange health or blue health. If you're doing damage, you're going to get that 1 second proc of an extra 15% attack speed. Now the nice thing is, since it's a shotgun and you're kind of shooting at whoever, this will get procced pretty often throughout whatever you're shooting. If you're going up against tanks, most of the time you're going to be proccing this on their armor or any kind of like supports as they build up into their builds with a little bit extra armor or shields that they have onto these. So I usually grab this. If you notice that nobody is running any shields or any armor, or you're not shooting it and you're not getting value, feel free to skip over this or swap it out for something else after the round after you've gotten that. Power 2, Reckoner's Roar. This is pretty standard when you're using your commanding shout. Enemies within 10 meters for 30 are going to take 30 ability damage over 3 seconds. Just so you can see this real quick, these first 2 things. Obviously, we have our crit shot that does the tick damage, and then we also have our AoE damage. That'll do proc damage based off of ability. So we kind of have a split build a little bit into this part, a little bit of ability power, a little bit of weapon power as we scale up into these. The big thing is that we're building up into our wounds. We're trying to inflict as many wounds as possible and as often as possible so we can keep some things procced on later game. Advanced Nanobiotics. This is anytime you heal an ally, you gain 10% attack speed for 3 seconds. This does get procced when you do your lifesteal from your wounds. So your Adrenaline Rush. Anytime you have wounds going, you're feeding back a lifesteal into Junker Queen. So this will be procced pretty much all the time. So you can just grab this and not have to worry about it the rest of the game. Going into our next item, Monarch's Decree. Base 5% weapon power and commanding shout grants you 15% attack speed. This is great if you're planning on doing some like pretty aggressive pushes. So like you find an opportunity to do a push, you can do your shout and get that attack speed to finish up the targets as you get some more damage. And you push into there and get all that extra damage with the wounds from shout and the extra procs from your Royal Bullets. All right, going into our third power, Thrill of Battle. This is your Adrenaline Rush, which is your passive. So this is anytime you have wounds, you know, you're healing yourself with those wounds. Anytime you have Adrenaline Rush going, you're also going to be healing everybody in a 12 meter for 100% of the damage, or 100% of the heals that you get from that Adrenaline Rush. And this is where you're going to scale up your healing a lot. The reason we talked about this a little bit is the reason we don't have this earlier on is because we don't want to steal too many credits from our supports early on so they can scale up their builds. But mid-game like this is going to help out with a lot of the healing that you're going to need by round 5. You're going to notice that your healing is pretty good with this ability, because it's based off the amount of wounds you can inflict. And with your Jagged Blade, with your Axe, with your Royal Bullets, and with your Reckoner's Roar, you really are going to be proccing wounds all the time. So by round 5, I definitely like having this a little bit more, just so we can get that sustain and take a little bit of the pressure off the supports needing to heal all the time. All right, going into our next items. Wrist wraps. Again, this is just a flat item. 5% ability power, 10% attack speed is the real reason we're grabbing that extra attack speed. And then going on to our first purple item, which is Super Flexor. Pretty solid item all around, especially for split builds. This one's really good because this one stays procced pretty often. It's pretty easy to proc this with Junker Queen. If you go into here, you can do if you do a standard shot, you can see it only procs once. But if you go for that headshot, if you go for those headshots, sorry, let me find a target that actually bleeds a little bit. If you headshot and get those procs, you'll see it stays procced with the bleed from your Royal Bullets, so you don't have to worry about keeping that procced up very often. You just keep shooting, go for headshots, and that's going to stay procced up that full 25% AP from Super Flexor as you just fight around. So again, just focus on getting those headshots whenever you can. Next item, and it's become one of my favorites, Super Serum. 10% attack speed, 10% weapon lifesteal base, no questions asked. But on use, increases your total attack speed by 50%. And you have a reduction in weapon damage and healing for 5 seconds, but it reloads all of your ammo. And this is really nice because Junker Queen's reload really does kind of mess her up sometimes. And what I like to do is use this entire clip on somebody, and then the moment it's getting low, proc that Super Serum instead of going for your reload, so it just reloads it automatically, and you can go back in for another fight. So especially for like long drawn out fights where you're really trying to make sure that the supports can heal up like thicker targets, or you're just trying to beam down somebody and they're getting a little bit more support, Super Serum is really good for that to help finish up those fights. All right, going on to our next purple item, which is Shred in Lead. This gives you 33% max ammo, 10% weapon lifesteal, which gives you a flat 20% weapon lifesteal between these two items. So you're doing a lot of lifesteal at this point with Junker Queen. And when you wound an enemy, you're going to gain a 10% attack speed for 4 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So anytime we do wound enemies like this, you're going to see we're going to get that extra attack speed. Pretty easy to proc it with our Shout that does wound. Any other procs obviously you can use this as well, but it's really good to combine with Shout when you're like pushing in and trying to get max attack speed for like pushes, like bursting down targets. Really good. And you're going to notice those work really well together. All right, going on to our final power, Bow Down. This is just Rampage, also knocks down enemies hit for 1.5 seconds. You can really change. If you have a different item that you like to run here, feel free to. I like this because after Thrill of the Battle, you're going to be getting your Junker Queen all the time. And I like to make sure it has a nice solid stun in there so it's easy to finish up team fights. Since you're going to be getting it so often, might as well make it a little bit more powerful, right? And then to our final item, which is Commander's Clip. At this point, with Shred and Lead and Commander's Clip, we get that 10% attack speed and 40% max ammo. This also reloads on ability usages and gadget usages, such as Super Serum. We have a lot of sustain as far as we need to go here. So we have 14 shots in our clip now. You really can fire as much as you want. And then the moment you're starting to get low and you want to finish it up, Super Serum is going to bring us all the way back up to that 14 shots for a free reload to finish up those fights. I'm telling you, getting really used to using that Super Serum at the end of your clip is really going to mean the difference between winning and losing fights. So if you're going to be running this build, don't be afraid to start working on this. Go into the training ground, get used to kind of using the clip size and using that Super Serum, checking on your ammo, and using that Super Serum to finish up those fights. All right, and that's the build. So we're going to jump into a match right now so you guys can see how this is played. Feel free to grab your build code right now from the description in the video. Make sure to like the video on the way in and subscribe if you guys have not already. All right, without further ado, let's go watch and see how this build runs. So we've ran this build either 3 or 4 games now, and we haven't lost yet, so it's been pretty good. We've ran against an Orisa twice, beat him both times, and then we ran against a Hazard, and we ate the Hazard alive. So it's at least good against. I would say for the most part, I would run this build against tanks without shields, especially if they have like a pretty solid shield build. Might start rethinking a little bit if you're not getting much value. You can still get plenty of value against the shields, but it's easier to proc those wounds when you don't have a shield shoved in your face the entire time. All right, let's grab it. Royal Bullets, round 1. Ammo Reserves, Weapon Grease, and Compensator. So happy we have a top 500 leaderboard next season. I know. It's been a long time coming. All right, let's run it up. So hopefully everyone's had a really good holiday. You guys were home for Thanksgiving or anything. I was gone for a week. I don't know if you guys could have told. So we just got back yesterday, and I came back with the cold. So, because the cold weather kind of cooked me. But I think it hasn't impacted our gameplay that much. I think I've been chilling. Just trying to run this down. Again, I'm trying to get close, but I don't really have to get like straight up in his face. Remember, the headshots are what really matter here, what I can proc. Oh, that was a good charge. Hold on. Let's back this up here a little bit. Just make sure we got plenty of room. Yeah, I don't mind poking him down, especially if he's holding that shield. I don't really need to get like super far in. Remember, once the shield's kind of down, I can do more aggressive plays, but there you go. Get a little bit of bleed damage. Let's shout this up here. There you go. Good plays. Pull that Zenyatta out of place a little bit, maybe. So I'll wait. Kill. Big knife? Not a big knife. Okay. So for this next fight here. See how our Reaper's doing. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Play this next corner. There you go. Yeah, they get a lot of pressure, so I'm going to keep backing this up a little bit. There you go. I can probably push this. There we go. That's huge. Nice and patient. Nice and patient. Watch out for that res. Again, procking those royal bullets wherever we can. Can wait that out for a second. Don't need to die for it. There you go. Good pick. Run this guy up a little. Nice and easy. All right, cool. We're looking good. Still got our rampage ready to go. I don't know if I want to pop it just yet. Got to make sure I live if I do it. This is actually really good playing the Kitsune Rush here. They might be going right. I'm going to pop this right now. There you go. Good. Splits them up a little bit there, too. Nice. Just got to watch out for the res. So I'll sit on that for a little bit. Okay, I'm out of here. There we go. Reinhardt's back. Back up a little bit here. Might need to rotate through the back alleys where we'll wait for a sec. Yeah, I'm going to rotate to my team. Yeah, let's go this way. Keep it nice and safe. We got plenty of time here. Okay. Nice pick. Huge on the Mercy, actually. It's a good charge. Keep trying to get out of swing range here. I don't want to play into that if I don't need to. Okay. Got our Queen all ready to go. I'm going to pop it right now. That's huge. There we go. Oh, missed it by that much. All right, cool. Good first round here. Kind of tore him up. Yeah, with the Ryan, if he's going to be holding shield like that, he doesn't seem to be playing aggressive. So I'm gonna play close range to get good value, but I'm going to play just outside of his swing range just about every moment that I can. So I'm always trying to play like a cat and mouse with the Reinhardt to see how far he's trying to play. If he pushes up, I push a little bit far back. But I keep that range, that little like mid to close range, just to maximize the amount of damage I can do when he drops his shield. I can make sure my scatter gun gets a lot of value. So that's why we're kind of, you're seeing that I'm playing this kind of cat and mouse with him a little bit. He'll probably start to invest a little bit more in speed to try to close that gap. So he might need to, you know, play around that. But again, we'll react to what happens as the game goes on. Don't need to predict too much here. So aftermarket firing pin, shield buster, get us some more attack speed. Advanced antibiotics, procs, nice and easy. Pretty good. All right, round 2. Let's go. So looking pretty good. Ryan hasn't been putting too much pressure on us yet, so I expect that to change though. So we'll keep playing like this. I'll look for people out of position. But again, I'm going to play kind of slow because my build's not really meant to get up in their face just yet. Or it doesn't really need to at any point, so I can play real slow, real safe. A lot of people playing Junker Queen are going to feel like they need to get up with the axe, but again, we're not really building into axe, so cool. Just play it nice and slow. Kind of just react to how this goes. Play the rotations. Kind of poke down, see what kind of opportunities we can find. He probably has shatter soon. Yeah, he's got a lot of value, so I'm gonna ignore him for now. Take that one. Oh no. Let me just take the axe. Reload really kind of messed that up for me there a little bit. Okay. Good plays though. So played slow. Didn't like overcommit or overextend when we didn't need to. Kind of forced the Reinhardt to make the plays. Kind of overfeed a little bit. Now, it's not always going to work like that. If he hits like a big pin. Shadow this fight. There we go. She might try to res that. Let's just watch that. Let her know I'm watching her. Oh, he's low. Try to get out of this soldier's LOS. Oh, hey. Wait on Freya by herself here. There you go. Let me see if I want to pop this. It might be good to get like some staggers. I might actually do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Damn, that's unfortunate. Really wanted to hit that soldier. It's all right. Things happen. Big slam. I should be in a good position though. Not too much damage. Farm him up with shotgun. Thank you. Don't know if I can live this. Yeah, I don't ever commit just yet. Can I live? I'm gonna try. Play back for a little bit. Oh, that was actually a big pull. Yeah, that was actually a really big pull. All right, let's go. Ooh. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna play close here. I kind of want to see where the Ryan's going first. They're playing pretty stacked up on the Ryan, but then the Ryan charges away, which is kind of our opening to go on their back line. So I want to kind of bait him to come to my payload first, and then we can kind of go in. There you go. I think we'll send it. Ugh, this is kind of bad. Play that Mega real quick. Yeah, we got time. Let's kill their backline first. Wait for that Ryan to get in line of sight. Oh, he's low. Big. All right, nice round two. Not too bad. So we kind of see the Ryan's going a little bit more aggressive now, especially with the charge. I assume he's building up an AP. He's not. He's got Shield Stampede though. Shield Stampede, but he's building into attack speed and lifesteal is what he's been doing. So we'll see if that changes. Which is kind of surprising because he hasn't really been using his hammer too much. At least that from what I can tell. Okay, so going into round 3. Let's grab our Reckoner's Roar. Let's get our AoE wound procs with our ability damage. Sell this off. We're going to go up to Monarch's Decree now to give us that extra attack speed while we're using our shout. So we have a little bit better burst damage when we feel like we need to burst something down. We're going to invest a little bit more in that. Wrist straps, flat 10% attack speed. Ammo reserves, we're actually going to sell this off and just upgrade to stockpile since we have the money. All right, we're good to go. Full blues, baby, full blues. All right, round 3. Let's see what happens here. We're what, 7K in the lead right now? Excuse me. So we might mercy roll him. I'd say if we do mercy roll, I'll probably do another game for you guys because we have a little bit of time. But hopefully we've got a good game on our hands. Let's go with the axe since he's down his charge. Yeah, he's got the speed now, you can see. So got to play a little bit farther back now, which is fine. What do we got over here? Reaper's kind of tearing up their back line. There we go. Still trying to play that distance. They do have point, but I think we can wear this down. Big slam. All right, we're good. Thank you, team. Good cap. All right, let's push this up. Goodbye. Wait just a little bit. Uh-oh, it's a big charge. Should be able to live it, though. He's down to slam, so I don't got to worry about that too much. Nice. Didn't hit anybody with that. Was trying to kind of rotate and like solo ult the Freya to get that pick, but he survived just a little bit. Let's rotate away from the Rhine. Okay, gotta watch out for the DPS here. Might be able to peel back though. Might be close to another shatter. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. All right, we go down. Okay. They're up to 129 now? Yeah, we're good. No mercy roll this game. There you go. Yeah, big slam. Saw that coming. Big though. I want to try to block for our Pharah. There you go. Front down. Jump the res. I probably die here, but we should be good. We got plenty of pressure now. Uh-oh. I gotta kill this Freya though. Oh, she just gets out. Love that. Okay, looking a little spicy. Let our Curie jump to me real quick. Over there. There we go. Come here for you. Shield's almost down. We're spending a lot of time on the shield though. Probably gonna finish him up. He's gonna charge me now. There you go. Let's play that cat and mouse now. Yeah, we're spending a lot of time. I'm trying to farm on my ult a little bit. There you go. Nice. Yeah, with that low shield, we kind of have to keep the pressure up on him. Time for a thunderstorm. That was personal. He might have another slam. Finish him up. There we go. Cool. All right. Looking good. All right, round 3 in the bag. Let's run into round 4. Which we should have plenty of money now, so we can talk about this. The rest of it is pretty straightforward. I love builds, man. My favorite are builds that just aren't hard to run. Like, as long as you know the foundation of it, it doesn't change that much. And it, like, passively, you just kind of, if you just play it, like, in a normal-ish way, it gets some pretty solid value. This is what I love about this build. It really is just kind of play tank like you would normally play tank. You don't need to full send it. You don't need to, like, play out of position. You don't need to, like really get aggressive in the backline to get the value. You really just got to play tank and, like, hit your shots. And don't be dumb. That's about it. And I love builds that are like that. This is definitely a build that's exactly like that. All right, we're going to hold on to our ammo for now. Because we don't want to get rid of that until we get shredded lead. So for now, we're going to upgrade our wrist straps. We're going to grab Super Flexor. Remember, easy to proc that 25% additional AP, which is going to scale up for our axe, our knife, and for our Reckoner's Roar damage that we do in the AoE. So this is really good for that early pick here. We do have enough though to grab Super Serum. So I'm gonna sell off. Aftermarket Firing Pin. We're gonna grab that Super Serum now, which will bring us down to pretty much there. So we've got 10 shots on our clip. We're gonna use that Super Serum, remember, to reload, but also to finish up fights. So you can use it as like good sustain. You can also use it to burst down fights. So you'll find, I'd say there's not like a perfect moment to use it. Just as long as it's an okay moment to use it, that's when you want to use that Super Serum. Just, it's like, yeah, Super Serum be good here. Use it. Don't even think about it. Just use it. You know, get used to, like, I feel like a lot of people hold on to their gadgets too much, so they don't get a lot of value from it. As long as it's not a bad time to use it, you should be fine. Like even early on. Yeah, I'm gonna use it right here. There you go. And then we just watch that res. Soldier's looking pretty low. There you go. He's back to that jump pad. Goodbye. A little bit of speed boost here. Almost ready for our next super serum. I'm actually going to use it to wear him down here. Get some extra attack speed. Big slam. Should be able to live though. Yeah. Yeah, not a great spot to slam because he didn't have his team with him, so should be fine there. We're going to wait for probably our ultimate here before we do like a big push. Actually, hold on. He's playing up close. Shh, down slam, so I might play a little more. This is big. This is big. Another super serum out. I do got to touch the point, though. If we want to take this fight. There we go. Pull the slam out. I like that. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, it means next fight they're going to be down their visor and their shatter. I believe she valked as well. So they're really only going to have their transcendence. Which I should be able to build up another Junker Queen ult. Later on-ish into the fight. Let's see if we can help our Pharah. Let me play up top for that res. Oh. Oh. Did not hear that charge. Okay. So we can maybe retouch that. We have no ults here. Consumer Rush is pretty good. I don't know if we're going to get there in time, though. Yeah, they have a pretty good hold there. This might have to go to the next round. Okay, I'm trying. Yeah, no, it's going to have to go next. That was a massive charge for the Reinhardt, though. I didn't hear that at all, man. Maybe I'm getting, like, old. Maybe I got old man ears. Who knows? Excuse me, sir. My Junker Queen has shotgun. Why is yours packing a machine gun? I'm going to get rid of advanced antibiotics now. If we're getting our powers there. Shred and lead is what we can grab now. Now, it depends on if I want to keep this scaled up a little bit for the reload with the super serum, which I guess for now will be fine. Now, through all the battle, again, this is our big healing now that we're going to get for ourselves and for our team. So we're going to scale up our healing a little bit now. I don't think I want to sell this for anything, so I'm just going to keep the stockpile. Having 13 shots on our clip is pretty handy, so should be good. Salvage slug would be better than the item. Yeah, it depends. I don't want to put it in the build. We see he's running because he's not really running into shield. So he's going to try to get more aggressive, which he's been doing. And I don't want to be like obligated to shoot the shield. It's not a bad item. Like it'd be good. I like to have a little bit more flexibility, and salvage slugs is really like full sending it on one thing. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Capture the objective. Yes.
Looks like they're playing on the left. See the Freya by herself. It's a big knife. Don't know if it's gonna be enough though. Keep this off angle, keep the distance, right? There we go, it's big. There we go. And maybe send another knife. Ah, boop. Okay, cool. Not too bad here. Ryan's back already. Play that distance. He didn't get too much charge, so I'd like to keep him from getting his shatter too often. There he goes again. Keep that distance. Get a little bit of bleed damage. Super serum on our next clip. Okay, and we go down. Yeah, I'd like to do a little bit more damage maybe on their Zen. The problem is with that Discord, I can't get too close without losing my lifesteal. So if I can find an opportunity outside of that, we're probably going to be using Reinhardt as like basically just a big health bag. But you can see we already got 1100 healing on our team with our new power. Big ult coming in here. That's really big actually. Does the soul shatter? Big cleanse. Oh my god, massive cleanse. Oh no. Big res though. Man, she just tanks that. She just tanks it. Let me see if I get that Freya. So she's looking kind of low. Nicely done. Okay. Reinhardt got rezzed. Don't have shout for my Pharah, unfortunately. Let's use that super serum now to reload. Finish up the soldier. Push this up. There we go. Nice. Now we're locked in. Ryan's a little staggered right now. Play outside of the swing range. Shout comes out. Try to rotate back to my team now. See where that Ryan's playing. Yeah, he's way out there now. So Kitsune's out. Don't know where that is. That's back a little bit. Might use this probably right now. Yep, that'll work out nicely. Huge. Transcendence. Alright, so we'll probably just die on payload here. This is definitely their fight. Yeah. So we got Transcendence out. We got Freya ultimate out. He'll probably have Shatter again. Transcendence, right? We got Transcendence out. So we should be looking pretty good. As far as econ, we're pretty low, unfortunately, but we shall see. Got some time here. But I got a feeling they're going to C9 this. I don't know why. I got a feeling the C9's imminent. I feel like I've just played Overwatch too much, and I just know now. It's like a vibe, you know? Good vibe. There it is. Big cleanse, though. Big charge. It should be fine. There we go. All right. Cool. W. They did not C9 it. They did not C9 the point. GG, everybody. Oh. All right. That is the Junker Queen. What do we call it? Auto shotty build, right? It's essentially an auto shotgun. So have fun with it. I've been enjoying it. Nice simple build. Nice simple build. Super easy for the most part. So all right, everybody, that's it. Make sure to like the video on your way out. We'll see you on the next stadium video. All right, peace out.